안녕하세요. I'm Jerry Bressnahan. I'm a cardiologist in Los Angeles, and I've been asked to talk about one of my absolutely favorite products, and that's BioSlife 2. I'm a cardiologist, and I live in Los Angeles, and I head the cardiothoracic committee at a major center in Los Angeles. For 12 years, I was cardiologist on call for the President of the United States, Queen of England, the Pope, and many other visiting dignitaries. I was one of the developers of the enzyme used around the world today to tell if someone's having a heart attack. I was introduced to this company actually through BioSlife. I had a friend of mine who was another cardiologist in Los Angeles, and he was telling me about this great product that he had that lowered his cholesterol 100 points and dropped his triglycerides 1,000 points. And so he gave me a box and told me to try it. And I was stunned at its results. And that's why I actually joined this company. I have a bad family history of heart disease. My father died at 54 from a heart attack. My brothers had a heart attack and had a couple of those stents placed to open up his arteries. And I had a very high cholesterol. It was 285. Even though I'm skinny and watch what I eat and exercise regularly, I could only get it down to 275. I started taking BioSlife, and right now my cholesterol is 168. I dropped my cholesterol by over 100 points, and I was hooked on the product. Then I started looking around at the other products the company had, and I said, wow, this is a great company. This is a cutting-edge company. I'm in. So that's why I'm here. I was really pleased to hear that BioSlife 2 is being introduced in Korea now. Again, it's my favorite product, and I actually like it so much I wrote a book about it. Let me tell you a little bit about BioSlife and a little bit about heart disease. Heart disease is the #1 killer in many areas of the country, and throughout the world it's the #2 killer. The tragedy of this is that most of this problem can be prevented. We now know that we can actually prevent 80% of heart disease. So if we can prevent heart disease, let me tell you a little about how we can prevent it. In order to do that, you have to know what the risk factors are for heart disease. There are several major risk factors, but there are 5 really big ones. There are high cholesterol, high blood pressure, obesity, diabetes, and smoking. So BioSlife 2 is a product that's all natural, and it's composed of several different types of all natural fibers, mostly soluble fibers, which are the good type for cholesterol, as well as some very powerful antioxidants and vitamins and minerals, and a chromium-bound niacin compound. And all these ingredients work together to do some pretty terrific things. First of all, it lowers cholesterol. We've had a number of studies done on BioSlife regarding its effect on cholesterol, and the major one is from the Cleveland Clinic, which I consider to be the world's foremost research cardiology institution basically anywhere. And they showed definitely that BioSlife 2 significantly lowers the bad cholesterol, which is called LDL. And LDL is what builds up in your arteries to eventually cause a heart attack. We know that BioSlife 2 increases the good cholesterol, or HDL. And basically, HDL is a kind of a vacuum cleaner that goes around and pulls the sticky bad cholesterol off the blood vessel walls and actually helps prevent the plaque buildup. And BioSlife 2 significantly lowers the bad cholesterol, increases the good cholesterol, and thus very significantly reduces the risk of a heart attack, something that can be prevented. We also know that BioSlife 2 changes the way glucose that you take into your stomach gets into your bloodstream. It slows the rate at which carbohydrates get from the stomach into the bloodstream. So it lowers the rate at which the blood sugar goes up, and it's a terrific way to help diabetics. I've had diabetics who have actually been able to decrease their diabetic medications, and sometimes even actually stop their diabetic medications when they take the proper amount of fiber. The chromium in this product also helps to control the carbohydrate metabolism. If you shake this up and drink it 10 or 15 minutes before you eat, it kind of forms a gel in your stomach, so that by the time you're ready to eat, you kind of have a sort of a pleasant full feeling, so that when you sit down, you probably aren't going to eat as much. And as a result, you might actually lose a significant amount of weight taking BioSlife, taking it properly. And if you take this product properly, you don't eat quite so much, you start exercising a little bit, you may actually reduce your blood pressure. As another side benefit, we know that if you take a lot of fiber into your system, you significantly reduce your risk of lethal types of cancer, such as colon, prostate, and breast cancer. Now, if you've been listening carefully, you just understand that I've talked about 4 out of the 5 major risk factors, haven't I? Talked about high cholesterol, talked about high blood pressure, I've talked about obesity, and I've talked about diabetes. So here's a product that can help reduce 4 of the 5 major risk factors for heart disease. Actually help prevent heart disease. Will it help you stop smoking? Sorry guys, no, you have to do it on your own. Just have some discipline and stop the smoking, because that's obviously the 5th major risk factor that you can use to reduce many types of disease. Well, I've been looking at preventative health products for over 25 years. People are bringing me something new every week. But I have to say that in all my years, I've never seen a product that I thought was better for your health and had a better chance for preventative health care than BIOS Life 2. And I think, frankly, it should be taken by just about everybody. Need to be taken religiously. Need to take it 2 or 3 times per day. And if you do that, I think you can significantly help these risk factors that I've talked about, and even reduce your risk of heart disease and help control diabetes. There are a lot of ways to treat disease. Believe me, I've seen them all over the last 25 years. A lot of them are very expensive. Most of them are very expensive. Some of them are really painful. Just ask somebody who's had coronary bypass surgery. And a lot of them, they just don't work. The very best way to treat disease is to prevent it. I've been working very hard with the Korean community in the United States, and I've come to love their culture and their ways, and some of my best friends in the world are Koreans. So I want to wish you good luck. I want to encourage you to try BIOS Life 2 for yourself, your family, and those you love. I think in the near future I will be traveling to Korea, so instead of having to talk to you on videotape, I'll be there soon to talk to you personally. Thank you.